What's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. About to react to this vid by Cut. This is Feminists and Anti-Feminists play Truth or Drink. Okay. And Anti-Feminist? That's a bit much. That's a bit odd stance to have. If you don't support some of the extreme viewpoints of the feminist movement, sure. But to go out of your way to call yourself an anti-feminist, it's like, all right. Go find something better to do. That's a lot. But anyway, let's see what these people have to say. Let's watch.
Why?
That's like me calling myself an anti-red pillar. It ain't that fucking deep. Like, a lot of the shit they say I think sounds really bizarre and extreme, and I don't agree with it, but I'm not about to fucking make that a part of my identity. I'm an anti-red pill. I don't give a fuck. Because I don't have to date those type of people. I don't have to associate with those type of people. It's always going to be some fucked up shit going on in the world. I can't control that. I'm about to make no stance to be anti. I'm not even about to be an anti-racist or an anti-KKK. I'm not putting that much energy into it. So I just think it's very weird. Anyway, let's hear what these people say.
Do you hate women?
I wouldn't say I hate women. I just believe in certain roles.
Girl. And calling yourself that being a woman is crazy.
Hello.
That is wild.
My name is Bailey.
My name is Riley.
I'm Charity.
I'm Emily.
I am Chauvin.
I'm Peter. I'm the anti-fascist, but...
Feminist?
Anti-feminist, sorry.
Can you each take turns defining what that means for you?
I view feminism as a social movement advocating for the equality of all genders.
My view is anti-feminist. We were born and raised, and actually we tend to lean in towards those traditional ways, so.
Why do you think we brought these two groups together?
It's really relevant today. There's a lot going on in the climate, so I feel like there's maybe even tension between women in general because of it.
Yes.
So,
should we start with the shot?
Where?
Sure.
Line? I mean,
what are some stereotypes you've heard about feminists?
I imagine somebody with like hairy armpits and like has period pad earrings, and I'm like, I don't like it.
Got it, girl. That's so outdated. What is this?
What makes you like?
And I don't even know much about the movement at all, but I know that. So for you to be an anti-feminist, for you to say something that like stereotypical is so bizarre.
I feel that way.
I don't know. I feel like the media mostly.
Sports bras and tiny pants and heels, and trying to just go above and beyond to make it known that it's my body, I can do what I want with it, and you can't do anything.
I don't have sports bras or tiny heels.
You're not wrong. Stereotype, not 100%.
It's all about body empowerment and doing everything you can with your body with whoever you please, instead of waiting for the right person or ignoring the other people. No, not sluts, but that not following, let's say nicely, the 10 Commandments per se, you know.
Who gets laid more, feminist or anti-feminist?
I would have to say feminists. Anti-feminists typically have a stereotype of not exactly being sympathetic or empathetic towards women.
I can see that, but at the same time, I don't see how being anti-feminist would delay a person from being sexually active.
It's all stereotypes, but...
I mean,
exactly.
I would like to hope that everybody's having some share of affection or love.
Who gets laid more, feminists or anti-feminists?
I think feminists, just from what I've heard, especially from friends of mine that are women, when they're on dating apps and such, they have someone that they think is, in that kind of sphere of not a feminist or is a Trump supporter or something like that, and they'd swipe left. Are you a Trump supporter, Bailey?
110%. I think he did a really good job at running the country.
Since we're talking about feminism, what do you think of his comments on women?
People do say things and do things, and I don't think that people should be held accountable, especially for things that happened, years and years and years ago.
They shouldn't be
people
held
can
accountable
say
for the things they do and say.
And still be kind, genuine people.
This is a tough question.
Girl, y'all sound stupid.
Why do you hate women?
What? Is that
question.
My answer is I do not hate women at
That's a
all.
good answer.
Why do you hate women?
I don't hate women. The things that they're trying to stand for, I just think is a little ridiculous. There's been so much time of us doing the same thing, and why would we want to change that?
I wouldn't say I hate women. I just believe in certain roles.
I need to make this very, very clear. I do not hate women. Every woman's beautiful in their own way. I think the definition of feminism has changed over the last 60, 70 years. I've seen it move towards focusing on women's rights and their reproductive rights, towards being really hateful towards men and their ideals of what is masculine and what isn't.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, you agree with the principles of feminism, but you don't agree with a certain segment of feminists who you perceive
For
to
the
be
longest,
more...
that's what I thought feminism consisted of. So when people would like talk shit about feminism online, I would be like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, isn't it just about equal rights? Like, what is there to be against? But then they like, no, the feminist movement now is about man hating. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. So I just learned this like maybe over the past few years when people started, informing me of that online. But I'm just like, this shit is chronically online though. That's the thing. I don't, like I said, I say this all the time, but I don't come across people in real life who talk like this on either end of the spectrum. Who cares?
hating than they are about advocating for equality.
Yes.
This is a patriarchal society that is antithetical to what feminism says, which is we should all be equal.
Define, it has in quotations, a woman.
Define a woman.
Yeah.
A woman itself is anyone who believes that they identify as a woman.
I mean, gender to me is a social construct.
I do feel that definitions are hard, but I do feel that a woman is somebody who was born with a vagina. That's my definition of a woman.
When you're defining words, it can be super tricky to like get the actual definition. Like, how would you define a chair?
Well, it has like a seat and a back and 4 legs.
So a horse is a chair.
Which group is more racist and why?
Oh boy.
It's a slam dunk for me, but I'm curious.
I think anti-feminism is really pretty racist.
I would agree.
I'm more liberal on the side of anti-feminism. I think a lot of people who are more traditional are more racist towards that fact and are willing just to stay with their groups.
Why does racism have to come into it?
Some of the first feminists were extremely racist and did not want to include people of color at all in the things that they were fighting for. Yes, that's why.
Well, you just taught me something new.
That's why women of different races were.
I'm sorry, this is fucking sad. These people are sad. How you gonna be an anti-feminist and you don't even know the basics of feminism? I even know that. I even know that. And I don't keep up with this shit at all. Because I don't care what these people are talking about. But you didn't know that, but you're calling yourself an anti-feminist? What?
To vote at different time periods.
Ain't no way.
History.
Honestly, don't know. I'm gonna just take a shot. Because I can't answer that question. Can you answer the question?
Yeah, I'd say generally I think anti-feminists are more
Yeah, I
racist.
figured you'd say that. Why?
Because there's typically a lot of beliefs that tend to go together.
I disagree. I mean, and personally, I don't see skin color. You're a human.
I think it's an outdated
Very
phrase to
outdated.
say I don't see color, and that was born
A lot
out
of
of
shit is outdated.
not recognizing the different
That they're saying.
experiences people go through. For your case, you're saying you like to have a traditional kind of household.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want.
Exactly.
It's
Why do you
more
gotta be
about
an
if you
anti-feminist
are trying
to
to
have that belief?
tell others the way that they should live. And you're
Exactly.
advocating, politically, voting for people or wanting laws to get passed that keep things a certain way, that restrict people.
Why change something that's
Girl, shut up.
works for so long?
Maybe works for some people.
What are feminists not getting right?
It's not about us versus them. Feminism, at the end of the day, is about the ability for us to be able to work together and pick the best viable person to do the job, no matter what gender they are.
Do you remember when Trump first got elected and there were the women's rights riots?
Yeah.
People had like the little pink hats with the cat ears, the pussy hats. I don't know what they were called. It makes me think a lot about white feminism and the way that feminism is expressed. Like me included, to have to like check themselves at every point and be like, am I listening to people more marginalized than me, or am I like getting really excited about a movement and like doing something performative, like wearing a pink hat with cat ears and yeah.
Give feminists one compliment or take a shot.
I'm taking a shot right now.
Let's take a shot and I'll give you all a compliment. Clink, clink. I will say that I think feminists, radical or not, are real strong. Try to beat one down with your words. I don't think it's gonna happen.
There you go.
I think feminists are amazing in the way of they've made birth
He's
control.
the most well-spoken out of all of the anti-feminists. Everybody else
Condoms
just
more
sounds stupid.
accessible, and I think as well as promoting there being male birth control as well.
All right, game's over.
Woo!
How was that?
That was really fun.
Sad.
Good conversation. Yeah. I think it's conversations that people need to have.
Yeah,
I liked it. It was
Yeah.
good. It was I was prepared for way worse.
better than I thought.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was good.
I felt like y'all were coming here expecting more tension.
Antagonism.
Yeah.
And you all got along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this was embarrassing. This was so embarrassing. Saying that you're an anti-feminist, but you don't even know the basics of feminism is just mind-boggling. How are you so strongly against it to classify yourself as an anti-feminist when you don't know much about it? I don't know much about y'all movement, but I know I'm against it. And I'm going to have this strong stance in being against it. What? This was stupid. Just stupid. But sure. These are the anti-feminists and the feminists playing this game. Sure. Have at it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.